Welcome back to the Toogly channel. In this video, I had an idea to check out some liminal spaces from childhood media. So I say childhood, but I'm 20, so anyone from age like 15 to like 23, y'all know what these pictures are, these videos are, but we're gonna be checking out some of the most nostalgic liminal spaces from childhood media, and I have several pictures lined up, and I want to see y'all's opinions always, so drop them in the comments below. But we're gonna start off really strong with SpongeBob liminal spaces. There are a ton of these, and I have distinct memories of these from childhood. Let's check it out right now. And like I said, I remember a lot of these distinctly, and it's one of my favorite shows for liminal spaces. Let's check it out. Inside of Squidward's house, of course. I know there's so many weird ones from the Rock Bottom episode too. The Patty Vault. Everybody knows that episode. Squidward gets his fat thighs. You know what I'm saying? That's my wallpaper currently. I love this picture. So, I get cold chills from looking at this stuff, guys. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if it's because childhood was so fun or I love SpongeBob so much. I don't know. Wow. Actually, don't even remember that episode. Call me fake. I would say SpongeBob and The Simpsons are up there with the best liminal spaces. Hey, it's the, that's a superhero cave. That's what it is. Yeah. Ooh, the Squidward House Monopoly, Metropolis, if you will. Yeah, I remember that one. That's the Kung Fu place, where they learned the Kung Fu, I think. Obviously, SpongeBob's room, living room, very liminal, very liminal. This is so weird, dude, like, actually. The time machine, this episode right here, this specific episode has so many liminal spaces. I remember as a kid being freaked out when Squidward went like back in time and found, I think it's Patar and SpongeGar. Dude, that was a weird one. Yep, the land of clarinets. Very nostalgic. Very liminal. And we had no idea these were liminal spaces until now, which is crazy. Like, we never realized it. Dude, it's so weird looking back at this stuff. Like, it's just so strange. This is the Rock Bottom episode. He's getting the ticket right now to go to Rock Bottom. This is the filing cabinet system under the Krusty Krab. That's also, yeah, I remember that as a kid too. I think this might be the last one though. Yeah, it is. All right, so what we're gonna do, I have a bunch of other liminal spaces up here ready to go, but I'm gonna look up the Rock Bottom SpongeBob liminal space. This picture right here, that, dude, that is so nostalgic. And this one too. Wow. This one. Dude, I don't know how to explain it other than it just gives this sense of happiness, but also like longing to be a kid again and seeing this stuff for the first time. Like, wow. This entire episode. And then also this episode, just the scenery outside of Bikini Bottom is very, very liminal and nostalgic. Actually, SpongeBob's kitchen also kind of has that same exact vibe. Then, of course, you have the famous, the SB-129 episode of SpongeBob, which is where Squidward was going through all these weird phases. This one right here, such a nostalgic one. I know I've said it a billion times. Who cares? This is Toogly. We don't really care. Like, look at this. Look how liminal this is, dude. And there are pictures without the people, too, if it makes it any better. And this one right here, dude, I love this background. It's so... It just brings me back to being a kid again, dude. Even though I'm literally 20. I mean, I'm not that much older than a kid. But moving on past SpongeBob, I was just thinking of other liminal spaces from shows that I watched. And this is one that I remembered from Finding Nemo. This is the drop-off zone. And I remember as a kid being like, whoa, that's scary, dude. But it's obviously not scary because it's a fake TV show. But yeah, this is definitely one from Finding Nemo. The next one I had was from The Simpsons. There are so many from The Simpsons because I think Simpsons and SpongeBob have the two best liminal spaces from childhood. This one right here is just very, very cozy and relaxing, and just all of these like this are just so old looking and reminiscent of my childhood, and it just brings back a bunch of fond memories, man. Look at this. This is so pretty. Even the real life creations like this one, it just reminds me of my childhood. I don't know what else to say. There's that one. There's that one. Another one I had as a child a lot was Charlie Brown. And Charlie Brown had a ton of scenic liminal spaces in him. Like the pumpkin patch, like the Thanksgiving episode where they made the food. And just everything about it is so campy and so nostalgic looking. I can't get over it. Here's a video of the pumpkin patch. Just like look at that. Is that not the most nostalgic and just like warm and fuzzy feeling thing ever? If it's not, I don't even know what to say to you. Next up, I thought of Polar Express, which of course is a very, very famous movie. One of my favorites as a child, still one of my favorite Christmas movies. And I remember this town being very like, I just feel like the entire Polar Express movie is a liminal space in and of itself. It feels so uncanny and just weird, but this town is that way. And then the empty train, this is cool. I mean, this is just so liminal, like this crazy. It's weird how pictures can take you right back to your childhood, and I think that's why we like them so much, is because they take you right back. Next up was Courage the Cowardly Dog, which definitely has a ton of them, almost as much as SpongeBob in them, but it just gives me an unsettling, eerie looking feeling looking at them, man. Just there's the house that they were in. Here's a weird episode. All the episodes of Courage are so weird, man. But they just have the most weird liminal spaces ever, especially the ones at nighttime like that. I mean, is that not the definition of liminal space? And what's crazier to me is I never even realized how nostalgic these pictures would be when I was watching the episodes. Like when I was a kid. That's crazy to me. And like the living room of Courage, it's just so campy, and I just feel like warm and safe there in a weird way. But yeah, that was my little short rant of childhood liminal spaces that are really nostalgic that I could think of off the top of my head. There are a ton more. If you want a part 2, let me know. I love doing this type of thing. I love liminal spaces. I love looking back at my childhood. Let me know what your favorite ones were as a kid. If you liked any of these, tell me. Like I said, if you want me to do more, I want to do more. So yeah, thank you for everything, and I'll see you later. Peace.